All right. So we're currently recording. This is our first episode. So welcome to our first episode of What to Read This Weekend. We are your hosts. I'm Rachel Green, and this is
I'm Marie Southwell, or Princess Diva.
A little bit about us. We're both librarians. We met last year at a DOE library services workshop, and we bonded over really cute Miss Frizzle dresses and our love for dim sum and
True that.
Books, right? Books.
And we're both campus librarians, which means we have multiple schools.
Yes. So we thought up this idea because we really want to be doing librarian things. We miss our librarian things in the world of social distancing. And we found that our students weren't reading because they didn't know how to get access to these books. So hopefully we can give you some suggestions and show you how to do that. This is What to Read This Weekend is going to be our weekly web series where we will feature a few books on a topic. We did 4 this week. Maybe we'll stick with that. We just want to keep it a little bit manageable. So this week's theme is Women's History Month recap. Woohoo! Since we only really had 2 weeks of school in March, the month that went on for 8,000 days, we thought we would highlight some of our favorite books. We tried to pick some diverse formats of books. So these are the 4 books we're going to talk about today, and we're going to share with you how to find these books. And then we have some more at the end, some bonus books at the end. So Marie, you want to start us off?
I do. Our first is a graphic novel. I have 3 copies. That's how popular it is in the library. It's usually always checked out. It is called Brazen, and it's women who rock the world. I just want you to know what brazen means, because some people may not know it means bold without shame. And these women are all bold without shame, I identify. The author basically highlights 50 women who you may or may not have ever heard of or know about, given your level of women history study. A thing I love about the book is I love the art as the graphic novel. And I also love that this book is very transsectional. So you have trans women, you have gay women, you have bi women, there's straight women, there's pansexual women, there's Black women, Asian women, Native American women, Middle Eastern, white, autistic, disabled, and both living and dead. So it just covers everything. Also, if you just like to read in short little bits, this is good for you too, because you could read one story and wait. The book is available through Open EBooks, and you can ask either of your librarians for the code, the login. It's very easy to do. That concludes my speaking.
The next book is Here We Are, Feminism for the Real World. It's edited by Kelly Jensen. She writes for Book Riot, is a blog about books. And she specifically writes mostly about YA young adult books. And this is also kind of like Brazen. It's in short little bits. Some of them are essays, some of them are lists, some of them are poems, comics, illustrations, everything from body positivity to romance to gender identity to intersectionality, like Marie was saying, to great girl friendships. This is all about feminism. It might be the way you thought feminism was, or it might expand your idea of that word. I really liked it. It's not super long. Some of them are funny. Some of them are serious. I like the way that Kelly Jensen collects things. She has a couple other anthologies. So I highly recommend this one. This one is available with your public library card. And if you're in Brooklyn, most of us are using Libby. In New York Public Library, it's the SimplyE app to get your library card. You can also still use Libby, and your librarians can help you with that too.
All right. So I definitely love girl power books. I've read in the last couple of days or last week or so, I've read both Moxie and Nowhere Girls, and they're kind of like Watch Us Rise. There are my least favorite character is Chelsea. I don't know, Miss Green. We may have to like have a discussion about that. I definitely think that it struggled a little with the character Chelsea because she was sort of like a white girl that was always looking for a fight. Here's why I did like it though. I did like it because it had a fat black person of color character, and I always am pleased to find myself in novels as a fat person. And I also liked how each chapter was told sort of from a different a different character's perspective. And yeah, I thought it did good. The characters were kind of interesting. There's Jasmine, who's fat and black. There's Nadine, who's Japanese and Lebanese, and Isaac is Puerto Rican, and Chelsea is white. So you have these friends trying to like come together to fight sexism in their school by publishing poetry and other acts of radicalness.
Yeah, I liked that it was set in a New York City school. Like it just felt like accessible to our kids' lives. Some ways.
You didn't think Chelsea?
We'll fight about it. We'll fight about it later.
Okay. I thought Chelsea was kind of whiny.
Yeah, but there always has to be that. Like,
I hope not. I want my deal.
The last book we have is an audiobook. This is Rad American Women A to Z, Rebels, Trailblazers, and Visionaries Who Shaped Our History and Our Future. Another book that comes in kind of like short little snippets. This one is free on Audible Stories. You don't need to have an account. And each of the stories, each of the profiles of the women, it's alphabetical from A to Z. So there's 26 women from Angela Davis to Zora Neale Hurston. And each of their stories is about like 2 or 2.5 minutes long to listen to. So I thought it was a really cool, we have this book in our library, and it's like a fun picture book to flip through and kind of just learn something new about these people. There are a lot of new people that I learned about. But I thought and I was curious to like how the audio book would go for something like this, especially like picture book. But I thought it was really cool to listen while I listened to it this week while I was just like around the house doing other things, completing a puzzle, and it was cool. I was like pleasantly surprised by the it was very progressive takes on all of these different women. There was like a lot of new vocabulary and like new concepts, and like some of our other books, there were some intersectionality. There's all different types of characters, or I'm sorry, they're not characters, they're real women, and different struggles that they had. So I thought it was really cool. I was really surprised at how much I would like a kind of like a picture book audiobook. And again, free on Audible. We had a couple other ones that I had been thinking about sharing, but they just were not currently available on the public library. They are available, they're just checked out by other people. So you would have to wait for these ones. So Calling All Minds is Temple Grandin's nonfiction book, How to Think and Create Like an Inventor. Kind of appropriate. Yesterday was Autism Awareness Day. April is Autism Awareness Month. Temple is a person with autism. And I thought that was a cool book we have in our library. Why We March is the women's history, the women's march that happened just a few years ago. It's a lot of photography. Votes for Women is on sale on Amazon Kindle, if that's something that you're into. It's like $1.99, I think. And the one I'm most excited about is Amazon's Abolitionists and Activists. This is like a graphic history, and it was available at the public library. So I'm interested to see like how they would show a graphic novel ebook. So I think that's it. If you would want to take a look at any of the books that we showcased, it's on our website in our show notes. If you have any questions about how to access any of these books, be sure to ask us. We are happy to help. It's my favorite part of my job, helping people find a good book, whether it's these ones or something else. Marie, anything else to add?
No.
No, that's it.
Add. Do no one has any questions?
I'm going to stop the recording and then ask for questions.
Okay.
Okay.
See
you next week.